No, that's true. I mean, they don't care about it half the time. I mean, they're like, which is fine. That's their culture. But in this culture, American audiences, it's got to match. It's just there's something brain about it. Your brain doesn't seem very well done. So we take great care to match those, but that's only half the battle. Matching the flaps is only half of it. Because if your performance sucks, right? It ain't going to matter that you match their mouth flaps. Nobody's going to like the show. And likewise, you may give a great performance, but if it doesn't come anywhere near to matching the facial expressions and the mouth movements of the character, it's not going to go. So it's got to be a blend of those two. And it's very difficult. And I tell you what else, it's very nerve-wracking. A lot of people have written me before and said, well, I could never do like any theater acting or stage acting, but I could be a voice actor. And I say, why don't you ever do any theater? Oh, I'd be too nervous. Oh, you guys, if you think you would be nervous looking out over a dark room where you don't even see anybody's faces, or when you're on stage acting with other people and getting to dialogue with other characters and you get this audience applause and stuff, if you think that would be nerve-wracking, just try being in a box with a window and the director and the engineer are on the other side of that window like this. Try. Ball your eyes out. I mean, talk about, it's very intimidating. It's a lot easier, if you ask me, it's a lot easier to look out into a crowd of faces, especially in the dark, like in a theater. You don't even see anybody, as opposed to one or two people listening to every sound you make. So it's a lot more tricky than people think. But the people that are always best at it, I found, are people that have done a lot of theater, and you know who else? Musicians. People that have a musical background or musical ear often just walk into it a little more easily. There's a tempo, there's a rhythm about it that musicians seem to have a better handle. VoiceActingAlliance.com.
For recommendations, put Clyde Suzuku.
Okay. There you go. That's a good place to get some experience.
What is it?
One of my good friends that couldn't come to MetroCon asked me if you could do the Born Mustang miniskirt line. She loved it. She really appreciated it. She couldn't come. She was so sad.
Colonel Mustang is damn sexy! In a miniskirt. You remember the same guy that wrote me about the donut story? He's going to write about that next. Do you have any other lines?
I have a couple of things. First of all, my mom met you down at Genocide yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and she is like a big fan of Johnny Depp, and she used to say he's the hottest guy on the planet. But after meeting you, she's the hottest guy in the universe.
How many of you are any old schoolers in the room? You know, Robotech. Well, a lot of people know that Robotech really kind of has a split. A lot of people really love Robotech, and there are people out there that hate Robotech. The reason they hate it, for those of you that are wondering why, who cares? Because when American company 20 years ago was contemplating trying to bring a Japanese show to this country, They wanted to put it on TV, obviously, for exposure, and they couldn't find any shows over there that were any more than like 30 episodes, 26 episodes. Well, that wasn't long enough for American television. You know, you just get started with the run, then it's over. So what they did was, they said, you know what let's do? Let's buy 3 different properties. One's called Macross, one's called Southern Cross, and one's called Mosfetta. And let's rewrite the whole story and make it one big series, and we'll call it Robotech. Now, you guys, let me say, before you want to, naysay them and slam them, that's probably why we're all here today. Because this was the beginning of bringing anime to this country. They bridged a big gap there, and so there's something to be said for that. Now, having said that, you come now fast forward 20 years, and there are a lot of anime fans who know those original shows, and they don't like the fact that Robotech has nothing to do with the original stories. Each of those shows had a story all its own. Nobody knows it. No English-speaking, no American audience really knows those stories. So ADV, being the real fan-friendly company that they are, said, you know what? Let's redo Macross. Only let's do it as close to the original story as possible. So they did, and they have a 5:1 mix, and they sweetened up the video so that it looked really great and vibrant and colorful. And I got to play Hikaru Ichijo.
It's on Sci-Fi on Mondays.
What?
It's on Sci-Fi channel on Mondays.
Is it really?
Yeah. On the 4th episode.
Oh, sweet! I didn't know
11
that.
p.m.
We also have Toko and Yohan.
And here's the cool thing, you guys. For those of you that are like, I wonder if I should check that out or not. Here's why you should. 20 years ago, the girl that played Midnay in the original Japanese recording of Macross, Mari Ejima, was an up-and-coming pop singer in Japan. She's like 19 years old. Okay. When ADV decided to redo Macross, you know what they did?
They got her.
Mari Ejima now lives in Los Angeles, and they flew her to Houston to reprise her role as Min-Mei, only in English this time.
Oh.